Sup everybody, this is MrRayhonda and it's anime time! We're going back to some Higurashi no Nakokoro ni, and yeah, I think things are gonna pick up a little bit. We're probably gonna go to school and meet some more characters, and then hopefully shit hits the fan. Who knows though? Who knows? Hopefully you're liking the series. Yeah, let's continue. Mi-chan, good morning! Coming up to the next rendezvous point, we saw another person waiting for us. Noticing us, she waved. It's Mion. Ah, finally. You two are late. Usually you're the one who's late. In sharp contrast to the diligent Rena, this one marched to the beat of her own drum. She's Mion Sonozaki. For what it's worth, she's our senior and head of the class. Morning, Rena. And it's been a while, Kei-chan. How many years? Well, it's only off 2 days. Ha 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 ha. You don't say. You were so much cuter back then. Oh, Mion's gaze started at my chest, then dropped straight down, focusing on the point between my legs. So she was saying it was my crotch that was cuter back then. That's awesome. Before you ask, just to be clear, I've never actually tried to show it to her. I've grown quite splendidly. You'd be surprised. Not only is he bigger, but he has a little mustache now. Come the fuck on. Being so engorged with energy every morning is quite a problem though. Yeah, okay. I'll introduce you next time, so be sure to greet him properly. I'll say next time. Right now is just fine. How about letting the little guy get a breath of fresh morning air? I don't think I've heard talk so dirty you can smell it fouling up the morning air before. Mion sure does act like an old man sometimes. Gotcha. Time for the big reveal. Hope you don't regret it. As my hand reaches for my fly, Rena begins to ramble in a near panic. Hey, what are you talking about? Red-faced and flustered, Rena tried to play dumb, but it was obvious she knew exactly what we were talking about. How was it seeing the city again? Mion switched gears, dropping the dirty talk and changing to a topic. Changing the topic to something more befitting of the pleasant morning. I only went for a funeral. I didn't have much time. So yeah, did you look for it? That thing I asked for, what are you talking about? You're not listening at all. I just came back from a funeral. I didn't have time to look around in toy stores. Toy stores and hobby shops are completely different, you know. It's really difficult to get Western stuff around here, after all. Okay. Is this about games again, Mi-chan? Ha, Nintendo Me. Oh shit, I right-clicked again. Mio nodded proudly as Rena giggled. Yep. I wanted Kei-chan to bring me back Westport catalog, you see. Westport was short for Western Imported Games. Ah. Using that abbreviation did make it sound pretty geeky. You can just get them to send you one in the mail, can't you? Well, I guess I have to now. I'm gonna go get another game full of hot action. This time, I'd like a game that's easy to understand. Mion is a board and card game enthusiast, and I hear she's collected quite a lot of different ones. According to Rena, Mion's room has kind of become a museum for domestic and foreign games. Foreign. If there's a game you think I'd understand, let me play too. Huh. Of course, if Kei-chan is up for it. I should warn you though, we're pretty tough. Just what I want. I play all sorts of games. I don't intend to lose. Whoa. Then we'll let you in the group this time. I guess? Bristling with joy from head to toe, Rena looked back and forth between me and Mion. Mion gave her an affirmative wink, and her expression perked up even further. I thought boys preferred playing outside more. So I figured you wouldn't want to. Rena laughed happily. From such a friendly conversation, you wouldn't think I had moved here less than a month ago. I understood that they did all they could to make a transfer student like me to feel at home. I have to try harder to fit in, so they won't feel like they have to try and make me feel welcome. I felt like if I acted a bit more open than I usually am, it should be about right for this place. Shwoo! Okay. So I guess we're at school now? We are at school now! Inamizawa was a really small village. Not only was there only one school, but there was only one class. The class encompasses all different grades and ages. There's about 30 students at different levels, and they all study in the same class. I'm told long ago there used to be a bigger school building, and they had actual separate classes. However, it seems something happened that made it become a single... Okay, that's weird. Now it stayed that way out of tradition. I was shocked at first, but humans adapt pretty quickly. I've already gotten quite used to it. The sound of children playing started right from the morning. With such a lively mood, it felt more like a kindergarten than a proper school. Not that that was a bad thing. Mion, who had been walking in front of us up until then, suddenly let me take the lead. Right in front of the classroom door. So I was meant to slide the door open and enter the room first. Heh. Too bad I wasn't going to fall for that again. To think you'd give up the lead here? You meant for this to be a test of my skills. Mion chuckled with a hefty smirk on her face. What is it, you guys? Step back, Rena, it's dangerous. She's here! Huh? Then Satoko-chan is... Satoko? Her name was Satoko Hojo. She was a disrespectful, impudent, bossy kid. The way she talks was annoying, but it would be immature to get worked up over just that. The real problem was this. Quite the obvious trap. A blackboard eraser wedged in the door. It's too obvious, Satoko. A hefty laugh came from beyond the door. Excellent, Kei-chan. I guess that means you win this round. No. No. This is Satoko we're talking about. I doubt this is it. After falling for such intricate traps since the day I transferred, I no longer let my guard down. Satoko liked to combine a variety of traps. Traps that were simply there to bait you into the main one. Traps that relentlessly kept coming at you like a sadistic Rube Goldberg machine. And the list goes on. As well as being clever, they almost never misfire. When you least expect it, she strikes. No escape, no time to relax. By the looks of it, this eraser is normal. No rocks or anything in it. I took a pretty heavy hit from a blackboard eraser loaded with rocks on my first day, Jesus. So then why don't you just open the door and let it drop? That's what it is. That's what Satoko was after. Making me focus my attention upward, so as I lifted my hand to the door, there were thumbtacks stuck in the sliding door handle with tape. A frightening trap. A potent and terrifying trap. Concealed by using a blackboard eraser. An impressive combination, Satoko, but in the end nothing more than the trivial machinations of a child. Assured of my victory, I swept the door open and stepped into the room. I felt something strange at my ankle. It was similar to the sensation of a jump rope catching on my leg. By the time I realized it, she had me hook, line, and sinker. It was already too late. I began to fall in an almost picturesque manner. Kei-chan, watch out! Instinctively reacting to Mion's shrill warning, I twisted my body in midair before I landed on the floor. Ow, ow, ow! An inkstone filled to the brim was placed right where I would have landed. Jesus! I shuddered, imagining the situation had I landed square on it. My, what do we have here? A fair morning to you, Keiichi-san. Aren't we a lively one this morning? Still sprawled in an awkward position, I was greeted by a mocking voice. That was a step up from your usual trap, Satoko. Oh gosh, you look so evil! Haven't the faintest idea what you mean. You're quite unlucky this morning. You little... Oh... It seemed I inadvertently sprained my back a little when I landed. Better than landing on that inkstone, though, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Small hand gently rubbed my head. Pain, go away. Small dainty hand continued to gently stroke my head. You didn't sprain your back or anything, did you? If you rub it like this, the pain disappears. I thought about asking how rubbing my head would help my back, but I didn't. It's not so much about... It's not so much about what you actually do. It's the thought that counts. Yeah, thanks, Rika-chan. Yeah, thanks, Rika-chan. The pain's going away now. Yay, Rika-chan, good morning. Good morning to you too, Reina. A good morning to you all. Rika-chan greeted us with an adorable bow. It was infectious. Rina, Mion, and I all bowed back. Dude, you're such a good kid, Rika-chan. So much better than Satoko. I glared over in her direction. Satoko was whistling while rather deliberately trying to avoid eye contact. I am the very model of a good girl. A good girl wouldn't set those nasty traps. Nothing but lies and slander. Exactly what proof? Ugh. I picked up Satoko by the back of her collar. She looks like a misbehaved cat when I do this. But a cat wouldn't be setting traps. She's much harder to deal with. I'm sorry. Sorry, eh? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Try saying that. If you won't say it, I cocked my index finger on my thumb, letting it tremble as I brought it closer to Satoko's forehead. It's like that. Oh, you're gonna flick. I'm against violence. You don't have to, you don't even have any proof. Just so you know, my forehead flick really hurts. It can split plywood right in half. Yeah, K-guy. Eek! Stop, get away from me, you beast! Don't say that in a way people will misunderstand. A small hand tugged at the back of my shirt. She's been lonely since you were gone for 2 days. Rika-chan is just so... How could I do anything more after being told that? I gently released my grip on Satoko, who at this point was on the verge of tears. She still had her eyes clamped shut as she braced herself for the forehead flick. It doesn't bother me. What a baby. You mustn't cry, Satoko. Keep on fighting, yeah? Rika gently patted the head. Rika gently patted the head of her prankster friend. You would never guess those two were the same age. I think Satoko could learn a thing or a million from Rika-chan. Next time, set an even more amazing trap. Wait a minute. As she observed the scene, Reina's expression grew ecstatic as she began to swoon. How? Satoko-chan is crying. So cute. So cute. So cute. That's not at all what it says. Huh? But they're so cute. but they're so cute. You can't, no matter how cute they are. But just for a bit is fine. Is fine? Just for a bit is fine. Is fine? Reina kept a cutesy face, even as outrageous ideas spewed from her mouth. According to Mion, Reina is ridiculously weak to cute things, and always tries to take them home. Fucking kidnapped her. Object or person. Stealing is bad, and abducting people is even worse. Give it up. Then I could just look. Just looking. That should be fine, right? Right? Reina swooned over Satoko's crying form. If a girl ever goes missing in Hinamizawa, I'll be forced to turn Reina to the authorities. Forgive me, Reina. I'll be sure to bring you care packets when they put you away. The teacher's coming. Quickly, clean everything up. Satoko, that inkstone is yours, right? Just from Mion's single statement, the entire mood of the room shifted back to normal. The inkstone was bad, but the thumbtack stuck to the... yeah, it stuck to the door were an even bigger problem. I pulled the tape off carefully, making sure not to skewer myself. Even though Satoko was the one who set it up, everyone had to pick up after her. By the time the teacher entered the room, the bed lamp from before had been neatly tidied up. Bed lamp? We made it in time. Nisei, attention! Mion give out the morning commands. It's difficult being a teacher for all these different grades in one classroom. She has to teach something different to each one, but naturally she ends up spending all her time with the younger kids. Brenna and Mion, being in the highest grade in the class, end up mostly doing self-study. They even end up helping teacher. Oh, that's cute. With younger kids, so it seems like they can never get to their own studies. They're actually way behind. Where my studies have progressed to. As a result, I'm pretty much taking over for the teacher and helping Reina and Mion with their studies. You're a pretty good teacher, Keiichi-kun. Easy to understand. Reina took a breather after finishing highlighting an important section. Teaching is making me lose confidence. It makes me aware of how shallow my understanding of the subject is. They say that to teach someone something, you need to understand it backwards and forwards. So while you're teaching us, you're getting in your own practice. In contrast, this person over here is quite laissez-faire about things. Laissez-faire is, it's French. For one, isn't she supposed to be in a higher grade than me? Look, Mion, this is for your own good. If you don't take this seriously, there'll be trouble later on with these marks. It's not like I'm aiming to go into a prestigious school. I'll be fine as long as I pick up what I need to know for the entrance exams, a little at a time. Her staunch defiance was really something else. Squanch defiance! This was a different type of relax than somebody who already knew what was going to be on the entrance exams. Okay, I am going to save properly now. Save. Yes. And that is all the time I have for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Join the adventure today. Share the video to help the growth of the channel. Check out my social media. Link in the description. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. She had no tears to shed. And why this pain, my eyes getting moist? Why is this happening? I still want to believe, wanted to